Thank you, Matthew, for coming on and for your time today.
All right, no problem, man. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Whenever I was looking you up and doing some research on you, I saw that you had a YouTube channel and you had done a Ghostbusters short, and I thought that was really cool. And I was kind of curious what went behind creating that Ghostbusters short.
That was actually inspired by a tutorial that Hit Film Express put up. I made that proton beam in that Hit Film Express. I just wanted to try that out, and then I drew the Slimer in Moho Pro and just threw it together quick. It was a fun little short.
Did it take a lot of time? Because I thought the ghost looked really cool. It reminded me of the movies, and I imagine it took a while.
Yeah, I mean, anything with animation takes a while, and it's a lot of work. So, yeah, I put a lot of time into all of them, really. And more time as I learn more things as well, too.
Do you feel like a lot of 80s movies were better than movies today?
I don't think they're better. Maybe the graphics are better just because of technology improving. But, I mean, there's always been excellent movies written now and then. I think some of my favorites are the older movies, but that's just because I'm 40, so what I grew up with. So,
what was the funniest thing that happened while creating that Ghostbusters short?
I mean, I like recorded myself, so it was kind of awkward. Like,
was the Brownies film the first animation you did where you had other people helping you with it?
For the most part, yeah. It was the first one where I had any significant kind of help. Yeah, and it made it so much better, like way better. All my other ones, the only other help I had was the female characters. This is the first one where I actually had a couple of artists draw some backgrounds for me. And one of my friends wrote one of the songs.
Well, did you have a funny experience creating Brownies?
Yeah, my daughter did the flower character Loki, and I was reading it. I was like, what kind of voice should this character have? And I was just like, I'm gonna have my daughter do it, and it was amazing. She did it so well. She only had a few lines, but she did it really, caught on really fast to how I wanted her to do it, and I think it came out really great.
That's awesome. You had said that the movie Brownies was inspired by a personal experience of eating a plate of pot brownies, and I was wanting to kind of hear that story because I thought it'd be.
Oh
fun.
my goodness, that was so long ago, man. I was a kid, you know what I mean? So, me and a friend made a batch of oil and made brownies out of a whole bunch of leaf that we had, and I ate like all of them, almost all of them. And it was crazy. Like I just laid in bed for hours. It was kind of awful, really. Like I couldn't stop drinking water. Every time I took a sip of water, my mouth was just so dry. It was brutal.
The end of Brownies, the laughter, that was you're laughing, right?
No, actually, I sampled that from freesound.org. I got actually a bunch of the sound effects. I got that laugh from there.
Okay.
I do all the other male voices, though. All the rest of the male voices are me.
That's crazy. And you wrote the script by yourself, right?
Yes. Yep. I wrote it, animated it, did all the effects, did all the male voices. Like all from home. It's crazy amount of work. I put a lot of time into that one. It took me months to make that. Well, sometimes 8-10 hours a day I would sit.
Did you ever like getting burnt out?
No, I love it. I love doing that stuff. I mean, I get a little frustrated here and there because sometimes things don't go the way that I want them to, just because self-taught, quote unquote. I learned from like tutorials on YouTube and Facebook groups for help. So, I'm still learning.
The film takes you kind of on a spiritual journey, and I was kind of curious if you consider yourself a spiritual person.
Not really, kind of in a sense.
What are you the most proud of about the film Brownies?
I'm proud of it in general. Like pretty much all of it is my best work. Even though I'm still learning and it could use a lot of improvement, I think I did pretty well on it. Like the animation, especially.
You said one of your inspirations was South Park, and I was kind
Yes.
of curious. Have you ever toyed with the idea, like if you could write an episode of South Park, what it would be about?
No, not really. I never expected to really get very far with it. Kind of do my own thing.
Has there ever been a animation that you saw that you kind of wish you could have had been a part of in creating?
Not really. I mean, I kind of want to doing my own thing. I like my creations. Like I
Right.
write a lot of stuff. I have a lot of ideas. Like I love other people's work, but I like to do my own work as well.
Yeah. What are some future projects you hoping to come out?
Well, I have a full, like a kind of a pilot episode script for my series, which is basically Hobbleton. They all kind of go together. I use like the same characters. I recycle them. I don't know if it'll ever be made because it's just so complex and they're really long. Like I have the pilot episode that I wrote is like over 20 pages, but it would take me years to make that by myself, so I don't know if it'll ever happen. And I have other ideas for live action movies as well. I was going to make a live action horror movie, which I will make it at some point. I bought a bunch of stuff to do that as well. But as far as right now, I really don't know what I'm going to work on next because I have so many ideas and a lot of them require other people, and
Right.
I don't have other people.
Where would you like to see Toddcraft products be?
I would just like to keep making films, man. I mean, I just want to make cartoons. I love it. Love doing the voiceovers, especially. I also make some music too. I play guitar and I wrote a fantasy fiction novel, so I like to dabble in a lot of different things, creative aspects.
Okay. Where did you come up with the name Toddcraft?
You know what? I'm not sure if I made that up or if that was my brother that came up because I remember talking to him about that years ago. I came up with that. I don't remember exactly how it became.
Any of the characters in Brownies, were they based off of anybody that you know?
No, no, I don't base any of my characters on anybody I know. Well, actually, I did with one of my shorts. I was just poking fun at somebody. No, I just kind of make stuff up, man. I don't really think about it when I write. It just kind of happens, and then I go through and kind of critique it.
So you don't have like a specific system in how you create characters, or
No, not really. They just kind of happen.
what scene in the animation was the most challenging and time consuming?
All of it. Let's see. I think I probably spent the most time on the uh the hellish scene there with like the demons in the background and the river of blood. I put a lot of time into that. I had an artist on Fiverr draw me a background and I based it off of that, especially the glowing on the road. That took a long time because it's a lot of sweet layers.
Was the animation stop motion?
No, no, I did all the animation in well, almost all of it in Moho Pro. I did a little bit of it in Hit Film Express.
Do you feel like filmmakers have any responsibility to culture?
It depends on your kind of films, I guess. I mean, if you're making something that you want people to like take seriously, yeah. Comedy, really so much because it's not real. It's nothing. You shouldn't take it serious. That's why I like comedy. I rarely get into anything other than comedy. I want to watch movies and be entertained to, kind of escape and laugh.
Right.
I don't like drama.
Is there anything you would like to talk about? I didn't ask.
Not really. I would love to meet other people that make films. That would be great to work with other people.
If you do like a YouTube channel, you could probably meet other filmmakers and get a lot more knowledge under your belt.
Yeah. I have a lot to learn, man. Like,
I still got a lot to learn too. So, well, thank you so much for your time today. And if I can be of any help in the future, just email me, or we can work on do a film review in the future or something.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
No problem. Let's see.